Alistair Johnston, who is developed into a very important player for Celtic. There's a suggestion that he might be a doubt to face Slovan Bratislava in the Champions League qualifier next week. Joe McCabe has written in saying, I honestly think Alistair Johnston is Celtic's true unsung hero. He's brilliant week after week and has really improved when attacking. I just hope English clubs don't notice. And this comment from Mark Nicholas Moore, which made me chuckle. I knew Celtic players would be a target during the international games. You know how good this Celtic team is, and they're trying to stop us in the Champions League.
Who are Canada playing against?
It's a conspiracy. The Canadian national team.
I agree with, was it Joe that talks about Alistair Johnston as being, an unsung hero. I don't know if he's underrated. I think the Celtic fans know how good he is, but yes, for me, week after week, the guy churns in an 8 out of 10 performance, occasionally a 9. Yeah. I think he's been absolutely rock solid defensively, but he's so good at getting forward. Many times have you seen that goal that Celtic's opener against Rangers with Alistair Johnston getting down the overlap, the cut across the face of goal, Maida bundles in at the back post. Alistair Johnston has been an absolutely sensational signing for Celtic. Right. And yes, it follows automatically there will be a concern. Some club down south will need a right back at some point, and Alistair Johnston's stats will be incredible. So if he goes into the Champions League, let's hope this injury isn't too serious. If he plays the way he's been playing and takes that form into the Champions League, it is only a matter of time until somebody comes sniffing, because that's the way it works.
And no harm to Anthony Ralston, but Brendan Rodgers will be desperate for Alistair Johnston to be available for that Champions League opener, you'd have thought.
Yeah. Listen, I thought Anthony Ralston, I know he gave me a penalty kick for Scotland to win against. I thought he actually played quite well in the game. Especially against Portugal. I think after the first 10-15 minutes, I thought he was really good. And he won't let anyone down at any point in time, especially domestically. He'll be absolutely fine. Champions League, they'll want Johnston back.
Mick, that was a bit of, we've talked about Peter Lawwell versus Stuart Robertson. I'm afraid that was a catchweight contest. Leal against Anthony Ralston. I
all right, Keith. I genuinely thought all right.
I think he stuck to it absolutely manfully. Yeah, and I was really pleased for him. But wow, I mean, geez, that boy was rapid. I mean, that boy, that what a player that is.
I thought he handled them all right. I thought he done okay. I think you know what you get with Anthony Ralston. He's honest as day is long. I think he'll be fine most weeks in Scotland anyway. But Johnston's a funny one. I actually think he's been. That's probably not the right phrase, but he's been Brendan Rodgers. I think he's that's the guy who...
You're right, Mick, that wasn't the right phrase.
I seen I had that in my head coming out of my mouth. I thought, I'm not sure that's going to work.
He's been Rodgers.
I better qualify this. What I mean is, when he first came in, I thought he won over the punters quite quickly. His debut was in an Old Firm game as well. Ibrox done really well. But I thought early part of last season, the first half of last season, I thought he was a bit of a downgrade on Juranovic, and I thought it was more and more noticeable. It took him up to about December to get his first assist last season. I thought Celtic were struggling in attacking sense doing that flying. I thought he wasn't quite cutting it. Towards the end of last season, he clicked into gear, and this season he's become a really good attacking fullback now. He's involved in everything. I mean, look at the game against Rangers the other week. Sets up a goal, involved in countless chances as well. Yeah. So he's got that, like you mentioned, that rock solid defensively. He loves a tackle. He's a strong boy. He gets stuck in. He knows his job first and foremost. But I think he's added a lot to his game. He's underlapping, overlapping. I think he has been given the full Brendan Rodgers treatment, which is what I meant with that statement earlier on. And the way he's going, a bit like Matt O'Reilly, I think you could see him being another £20 million plus player at some point. But he's going to be vital, especially to Europe, because he can defend as well. And he's added this attacking part of his game. So, I can understand why he's become a bit of a favourite.
Do you know what he's also got? He's got that confidence. Aye. I was going to say it's not an arrogance, because he's not an arrogant boy at all. He's actually a really, really nice guy. So there's not a hint of arrogance about him, but it's just supreme confidence. He believes in his own ability to go onto the pitch. I don't think he looks at, we talk about James Tavernier looking at Maida and not being able to sleep for 3 nights before the game. That's not going to happen with Alistair Johnston. He believes in his own ability, and rightly so, because I think he's a terrific right back.